Are you someone who has to touch a material to be able to learn better? Are you someone who can perform better if if you're a righty, you've got your left hand moving and you can somehow grasp things better? Are you someone who relies on a tactile form of motion to be able to memorize items better? If you're fitting into any of these categories, then you are a kinesthetic learner. And this video is for you. Hi guys, welcome to Guilt Free Mind. I am Dr. Shruti Bhattacharya and today's video is all about kinesthetic learners. This is the next video in the productivity series and today I'm going to be talking about 10 tips that can help you in learning and memorizing new information if you are a kinesthetic learner. Now to give you a little bit more detail about what kinesthetic learners exactly are. So kinesthetic learners are people who can remember better if they have a tactile motion going on along with the memorization process. For example, you've got a pen in your hand, you're constantly moving it, mindlessly moving it. Your attention is not towards the pen, your attention is towards the work you're doing. But you need something in the other hand. If you're a lefty, you need something in the right hand. If you're a right-handed person, you need something in your left hand. And while you're moving, your attention is not towards the motion in the other hand, but towards what you're studying. And that way, somehow, you can memorize information better. So kinesthetic learners rely on movements to better grasp information. Listening, visual memory, all of this works for them, but along with these, they need something moving, something that they can feel with their own body. Now, it can either be they're moving their legs, or they're moving their hands, or they're moving a pen, or they're just mindlessly, scratching a cloth. It can be anything under the sun. But these things help them memorize information better. A few other pointers about kinesthetic learners. They can engage better when they visualize things and when they are moving, like moving around and studying. That helps them remember things better. They also have an amazing hand-eye coordination. Next point, they have amazing motor memory. Like if they were reading something, their hand was moving, they will remember that. Okay, I was reading this, I was over here, I was probably doing something like this. Finally, they are very good at sports and they have a high level of energy. Not necessarily that you will have all of these points, like you have to check mark all of these points, but generally a few of these have been applied to most kinesthetic learners. Now, time to get into the video. But before I do that, I would like to request you to please hit that like button, the subscribe button, and ring that notification bell. If you hear background noises, that's not me, that's my baby Zeus. He is a 5-month-old puppy, Labrador mix, and he is very busy chewing my shoe. So you may hear some unnecessary background noises and I apologize for that beforehand. But I cannot really put him in another room because then he'll scream. So he is right here with me while I'm recording. Now, to finally get started with the video. 10 tips to help kinesthetic learners. Point number 1. Work while you stand. Standing itself is a physical movement. While you're standing, you have covered the movement part, the tactile part, the extrasensory part. So now you can focus on learning better. In case you have a standing desk, you can use that. In case you don't, if you have the money to buy, go ahead, buy one. If that's not an option, then you can just stand and, if you're using a book, hold it in your hand and study. That will boost your memory. One thing I'd like to clear up over here is that if you're not sure if you're kinesthetic learners, you can try out these tips. These will help you figure out if you are one, if you have been struggling with your learning patterns. If you haven't been struggling, whatever method you've used so far has worked for you, then I would suggest that you do not try to change your learning patterns. Point number 2, use movements. You can either use a bouncing ball, those smiley balls, I think they're called stress balls or something. There people have that they clutch in their hands, squeeze the balls while studying, or you can just randomly throw a ball onto the wall and catch it while you're analyzing information. That can also help you. Point number 3, add a bit of exercise to your everyday routine. Now, exercise is crucial for everyone because we need it for a healthy mind, healthy body connection. But if you're a kinesthetic learner, while you're exercising, you can better process your memory. The stuff that you've already learned, you can better, recall it while you're exercising because that is the time you've covered your movement part and your brain is much more active. Point number 4, Use highlighters and flashcards. Now, highlighters and flashcards are also used in another form of memory. Go check out the other productivity videos for that. But if you highlight, the motion of highlighting, that is an action. The part that you're highlighting gets etched into your memory much easier. Now, I won't suggest that you highlight every damn thing in the book. Just highlight the important points so that that goes in. And rest, you can write by your own if you have the concepts. Use flashcards. You can use post-it notes, or you can even use these good notes flashcards that are available. You write down a question on the back of the flashcard, you have the answer, you look at the question, you try to remember the answer yourself. If you don't, you look back and you see the answer and you put that card in a separate pile from the pile of the cards whose answer you knew, and then you revisit those cards again and again till that information is completely etched into your memory. Point number 5, approach studying creatively. Now, your parents might be, I have seen many parents be annoyed when their kids are moving around and studying, when their kids are using a ball while studying. They say that you are distracting yourself. But this video is actually for parents as well. So if you have a parent who's telling you you're distracting yourself while you're doing such stuff, but you know that it helps, then get your parent to watch this video as well. When you move, it helps memorize information better. That's just your learning style, and it's okay as long as you memorize your information. That is what matters at the end, right? So point number 5, approach things creatively. Make charts, make maps. You got a pen, you got a paper while you're studying, just quickly make a chart, quickly make a flow chart, quickly make a mind map, quickly make a bar graph, a stats information. That making action will help you remember the information much better. Plus, it will also add to your visual memory that you can see the chart. You can either make it rough, or you can make it in a fair wherever you want to keep your notes so that you can refer to it later, right before the exam or while you're revising the stuff. These have been proven to boost your memory via visual ways. If you're reading at the chart out loud, it will help your auditory way as well. Point number 6. Sorry. Chew gum. Yeah, I know, that's weird. But when you're chewing gum, again, you are processing a movement in your mouth. So you've got that sensory part covered, and it will help you memorize the information better. God bless you, Zeus. He sneezed. So you gotta keep chewing a gum so that your mouth is engaged while you're studying. And trust me, this is so helpful. Point number 7, write down the information. Writing is a movement. You're not mucking up the information. You've understood the concept, you've processed it, now you're just writing it to check how much of it do you remember. And that writing motion, whatever you're writing, that gets etched into your memory better. If you're a person who makes notes, this will definitely work for you. But I suggest while you're making notes, you're reading, you're writing, just have a stress ball in your hand that you're squeezing. It will enhance your learning process as well. Point number 8, move your hands the way I do all the time. When you're moving your hands, you're explaining things to yourself, and it also covers the movement part. Moving your hands helps, and you can learn information better. Now, there's no real explanation to it. It's just that you've added an extra sensory perception to your learning process. So when you're moving your hands, it's like you're explaining things to yourself. You can do this in front of a mirror as well, and imitate your teachers in the classrooms who are explaining stuff to you. And trust me, that will help you remember information better. That will help you process the whole thing and get it settled into your long-term memory cache. Hello, how may I help you? Thank you. Now, point number 9, tension and relaxation. No, not the mic. For this, you have to flex your muscles a bit. So even if you don't have, So even if you don't have the gym standard muscles, you still have muscles, right? And that is enough. So in tension and relaxation, all you have to do is you can either use a puppy if you have one like me. Yes, you're very naughty. You're not supposed to come into the middle of the video, but you decide to make an appearance. So you can either use the tension or use the stress ball. This is tension. This is relaxation. Tension, relaxation. You can use any other thing for this as well. You can use a cloth, you can squeeze a cloth, or you can just stretch your hands, or you can just do things like this if you don't like using anything. Just this action. Tension and relaxation is bound to help you memorize your information so much better. Final point, and possibly the most crucial one of all, is keep the tasks short. Now, suppose you have a huge chapter to cover. It's got like 10 pages. You divide it into two parts, 5 pages at a time. And you study like 5 pages first and then 5 pages later. You are distracting mama. So you go through 5 pages first, then you take a break, you do your other subjects, and then you conquer the rest 5 pages later. That should make it very easy for you to remember. Try out these tips and let me know if they work, if they don't. If something else works for you, let me know that as well in the comment section, and I will make a video on that too. If you want me to make a specific video, comment, people. When you comment, it boosts the YouTube algorithm, and YouTube shows this video to other people as well who might be interested in similar things. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. You don't know who are kinesthetic learners. There are many kinesthetic learners in this world, and this can help so many people. So please go ahead and share this video in all your social media networks. Don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button. If you want me to make a video on anything, put it down in the comment section. If you want to check out the blog Guilt-Free Mind, the link will be in the description. If you need a study buddy, I have another channel, Study with Doc. I do live co-working sessions there. So we work for 50 minutes, which is a double Pomodoro method. Instead of using 25 minutes, we use 50 minutes. So we work for 50 minutes, we have a break for 10 minutes where we talk, we play games, we do anything. So join that, and I can be your study buddy every day. So see you there, and I will see you in my next video as well. Bye bye, take care. Thank you so much for tuning in.